Hello, welcome to another very important tutorial. In this tutorial, I will show you how to use the if statement. So we'll start with the very basic if statement. And then we'll add more, we'll go more deeper into it, right? Using, for example, using the and ifs, which is basically using the multiple criteria or ifs on the nested if as well. So without further delay, let's get started. And for your ease purposes, I will put this spreadsheet in as a downloadable link as just like my other spreadsheet, and you can easily go and see how it works. So don't worry to just write, just focus on the understanding. So we'll start with the basic and concept. Okay, let's say, so I have this very simple data, right? Is in the list was 0 1 0 1. So let's say, and we do have certain kind of other list of data. So rather than working in the 0 1, the humans are more easily can able to work in the concept, right? So in the meaningful like a name. So let's change this. If I want to, let's say, change this 1 is equals to good and 0, or let's say 1 is pass and 0 is fail, right? Let's do something like that. So if I equal and put ifs, open the bracket. So what is this if? So basically it's saying it's some kind of a logical test, right? And then based on the test, if the test passes, you will get true, or otherwise it gets the value false. So think from this like a decision tree perspective. So we'll have some test pass, you get the result, and if the test fails, the other way, you get the false value. So in my case, I want to, let's say, do the test. If the value, which is this value, I want to test against, if this equals to, let's say 1, right? If this value 1, then I'll put a comma, and then other one gets selected. Let's say I'll say pass, right? Double quotes, comma again, and then what's the value? I'll say fail. And depend upon, right, your case, maybe you say green, red, blue, whatever you want to say, you can say in the comment, and then simply I press enter, and you see now I have this thing here, right? So if I just double click, and it simply, wherever it's 0, it say fails, and 1 is passed. So this is a 1. So this is, I have shown you as if with the equal sign, right? So I'll just put it here. How about this? If I have, let's say, if I have a if, but let's say if can also, logical test can be greater than, less than, we can use that, right? So let's take another example, right? So if I have, again, I'll press a if and logical statement, and I'll say if this value is, let's say, is greater than, right, any value, let's say is 0.5, and anything 0.5, because we know the number goes from 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, or many, right? Let's say logical 0.5 to, right? So 0.5 we know is lower, right? So if, then I'll say this is pass. Otherwise, I'll say this fails. So the concept here is that this logical condition can not only accept greater or less, but it's also accept the these operators as well, and press enter. So you see I got the almost the same, I got the same result. So this is equal or not equal, and this is the greater, and I have shown you that. Now let's take when, so this is the only one criteria or logical test I have. What happen if I have two conditions I want to see? So let's say if I have, in rather than one list, I have two lists given, list 1 and list 2, right? So in this list 1, so let's say if I want to say pass if both of these values are greater than 50, right? This is my criteria 50. If one is, let's say this one is 50 and this is 5, then I'll say this is fails, right? Error, right? So let's do this. How to do this is very simple. Again, I have you write if, open bracket, and in the logical test, because now I have multiple tests to make, so what I will use the AND function and open it. So now AND provides me the ability to both conditions to be tested. So I can put multiple logical tests here. So first test, I'll say, okay, if my this value from the list one is, let's say, I'll say, okay, if it's greater than, right, or I can say greater than equals to this value. So if it's 50 or higher, right, these values, I'll say these are the pass, and just to lock it, I'll press F4. Don't forget it, otherwise your result get messed up, right? Because we just want to refer this cell only. So this is one test. Now, so we can add so many tests here. So on the second one, again, I'll do same thing. This value greater than equals to, and then I select this logical test, F4, and close my AND. So this, I combine the two AND conditions, and then I'll simply say pass and fail, right? If the result come out as a true, is pass and fail. So this is how this is, and I press enter. So you see, since both of values is greater than equal to 50, this my result pass, and if I just double click, I got my values, right? So this fail because this is less than 5, right? This is fails. I can quickly, always good to test your result, right? So I can go to the data, put a filter here, and see some value, right? I can sort the value and quickly scan it, filter it by scan it. So you see this is fails. I put it, let's say, put the pass here, right? Because I can filter. So I can see all the values are greater than 50. If I just switch it to fails, you see all, even this is greater than 50, but this is less than. So this test works, right? So unfiltered. So I have all the data. Now see, we just, rather than have both, and works with the both the list, whether this one and this one. Let's, if I want to relax the assumptions that either one of is greater than 50, right? Either one of is greater than 50, then what should I do? Pretty much is the same. So if then in that case, what I'll do, I'll open the if, rather than if, I have the or condition. So I'll use the or, right? So or, and then rest is all the same. So if this is greater than equals to this number, I lock the cell, or I'm saying this one is greater than equals to this number, right, which is 50, close the loop, and then I'll just pass the value which I want to be in the true conditions or in the fail condition, right? So now with this one, now with or condition, I'm checking either one, either list 1 or list 2 is greater than equal to 50. If I drag this down, all my lists are passed. So this means there is no value where both of the cases are less than 50. So because even this one is 50, right? So that's why it's passed. So let's manually change something to see. So let's change this one to 20. So you see, the moment I change this to 20, this conditions fails, right? So this condition fail as well. So because this is even less than 50, and this one is, or this one is as well less than 50, right? So neither one is greater than. Okay, so now I have shown you this. Let me show you how we can do the nested if as well, just with a very simple example. So right now I have shown you how to do the multiple if criteria, and I've shown you from starting from the basic, right? So if you like so far, kindly subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and also comments what other video you like me to cover on this channel. It really motivates me to make these kind of videos, and I really appreciate that if you please share this video and do the like. Okay, so now let's do the criteria. So let's take one step further, right? So for example, for multiple if, or I'll actually say sorry, nested if. Nested if, it basically it allows you to test that. If I want to do the same thing with, let's say, with the AND, with the nested if, how should I do that, right? So for example, let's say if I have this if, right, and I'll do the logical test. I'm not using AND here. So I'm saying if this value is greater than equals to 50, right, then what you need to do, if it's greater than 50, so rather than passing the true value, because now I need to also check the other value, so I'll say okay, test if this is true, then only check these ones, right, this value. So I'm saying if this one is also greater than equals to 50, right, this one, like this, right, then now I'll say actually like this, sorry, I have to put a if again here. In the true case, I have to put the if again. So that's the, so let me open this again. So first conditions, I'm checking this, and now I'm saying I need to test this ones because I'm not using AND. So in the value where true, I have to open another if here. So this is called nested if. It will only happen if this condition is true, right? And this way you can add as many as nested if you want, right? So another one is this conditions greater than equals to 50, F4, and then put a pass here, right? I can put a fail, but I think it won't come. So this is close, and then I'll say this is close as well, fail. When this will come, when this condition is not, basically is less than 50, right? If it's less than 50, then it won't even come to the nested if. So if I press enter, you see this is come as the pass. Just double click, actually it won't work. So like this. So if I hide this for a minute, these two, right, and you see now these two are exactly the same, right? So one nested if shown so it's more, so you can see, right? So this is exactly like the AND condition, but I have shown you how to do with the nested if. So I've unhide it. So this is the nested if example. So this is a very easy way, and I have shown you very detailed and how things works. So okay, so that's it. So as you can see, within less than 14 minutes, we have covered this very complex topics. And please do thumbs up and like this video and subscribe to the channel for future more videos. And thank you, and see you soon in the next video. Bye for now.